Hello everyone and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Last time we took on our last few key quests, and this time we'll be taking on our final boss of high rank. Well, for our urgent quest at the very least. Once we finish this quest, we'll be able to go straight into G rank quests if we wanted to. But for right now, we're just going to focus on the task at hand. The guild manager there told us that a Nakarkos, the one monster that we fought back to break into high rank, is now causing trouble again. And we have to go hunt it. And we're actually hunting it this time, we're not repelling it. So we'll take the quest Hellfire Star, and we'll head out. Alright, we are at the Wyvern's End, and we'll drop down into the main area. And once again, it's Nakarkos. But we'll wait for his roar here, and we'll go back to trying to get him the flint, so he'll show us his weak spot. We have our dragon weapon equipped. Neglected to mention that, but yes, we want our dragon weapon, and the Shigaru weapon is very good for this, just because it's our best option right now, and I think it will be the best option pretty much for the entirety of high rank. Like last time, we're just going for these tentacles here, or these heads, not the tentacles, the heads. Again, like before, you have to be careful of the mucus. If you get hit by the mucus, you'll be covered in bones whenever you evade, and you just want to go for the tentacles, try and break those, and then once you go for the tentacles, they're not heads, they're tentacles. We'll be seeing why they're tentacles in a moment, but I can't keep up the facade any longer. For right now, we just kind of have to lower his health until he gets to a angry state. It's going to lower his heads right there, and like usual, we're just building bar gauge right now. We're not dealing too much damage. In fact, get out of the way of this big mucus shot, and we'll move over to the right here and go for a bunch of bar gauge on an easy to hit target. Again, we're still doing element, which is good. I think the face right now, which we'll see where it's at in a minute. I'll just hold off for now. We'll just keep attacking. Tried to evade into that. We didn't get it, but oh well, we're fine. Again, we're just going for damage. I think we can actually aim up at that weak spot over there. Get some good damage off on it. Since we do have piercing boomerangs. Alright, our support gauge consumption has been reduced, so now that we have non-stick fur, we'll also break out of those bones pretty easily. We've got a couple of bar gauges right now. If our cat stays alive, I'll actually hold off. Wait and see if we get the second buff. Yep, we got it. So we'll go ahead and just keep attacking him here and go for 3 bars. All right, for right now, we're in a good spot to get close to him and go ahead and throw a Mega Boomerang. He's putting his heads in the, or his tentacles in the ground right now, so we'll just go ahead and attack him from here. Again, since Mega Boomerang is so vital to our damage, we want to try and use that as much as possible. Heard a part break or something like that drop, probably a time-worn ballista shot. There are little ballista cannons around here, so if you want to use those, go right ahead. But we're not too worried about it since we have our own ranged attacks. I do think the ballista shots pierce. I might be thinking a world with that, but either way. Now that we have both of our boomerang buffs active, I think we'll just go for the head. Just keep an eye on what he's doing. Looks like he's just kind of repositioning right now. All right, here's a tackle with his heads. We are actually in a good spot to not even have to evade. There's a flinch, that's good. And again, you want to break these heads so they can kind of flinch, or these tentacles. Can't decide which one I want to call them. All right, we have mucus blot on us, so we'll just try to not evade right now. But really like my hops to reposition. There we go. Also, you saw it wore off there right before we had to evade, so that's good. Fire piercing boomerangs here. We might take an attack. No, we won't if we're careful. There we go. Try and get a spin off. There we go. That's good. We'll have to reapply our big boomerangs too. And if we get the chance, we'll go ahead and throw another mega boomerang. Yeah, this looks like a good chance. Yeah, that'll pierce right down that head there. I'm not targeting the heads because it kind of just throws off my aim here, so I'm just going to hold off. He's going for a charge if you see a little air swirling around them. So we'll just wait for him to kind of start moving towards us, and we kind of get to freely just evade that. Make sure you're not evading too early in that animation, or you will get scooped up and kind of get hit once your iframe's in, so be careful. You can always start a soothing roll after you do an adept dodge just to make sure you get out of it, but it's better if you don't have to. We do have Go Fight Win, so it would be free, but yeah. All right, he's going to go for another charge here, so we'll just try and evade that. We do have Bone Blight right now, so we'll just wait. I think it's really mucus blot. I don't think there's an actual word for it. I think it's just mucus. See what he wants to do next. Just another little tackle charge. He's gonna turn around here, look at us, probably do, oh yeah, some mucus shots. So his right head, his left or right, should, yes, be very close to being broken. So now that that's the case, we'll go for this left one. Looks like he's going for another charge. Again, if he's rearing back and there's a bunch of air swirling around him, that's what he's going to do. Just, once you see that, make sure you stay away from it, because it can do quite a bit of damage if you're not careful. But as like last time, we're just trying to build our bar gauge, so we're not going to go for mega boomerangs right now until we get go fight win. Got hit by that little sweep there. We'll see what he's going to do next. Hey, we broke the other tentacle, so he should fall over. This is not the best place for him to fall over because he's right out of bounds. Thankfully, we have a ranged attack, so we can hit the weak spot. Hopefully, one of our cats plays go fight win. If they don't, I'll just go ahead and throw a mega boomerang here. That'll be fine. Probably could have backed up a little bit more and spaced it correctly, though I think that was pretty good, or decent spacing at the very least. Also, another thing, if you are playing a bombing cat, like later on in-game, your bombs do the same damage no matter what spot you hit. I think just some monsters are more resistant to blasts and stuff like that. But you'll always be doing the same damage, so tougher monsters like this that have big weak spots, might be better to just go ahead and use that type of weapon. Not that these weapons are bad, again, they have the good weak spots, but you'll be doing more, I guess, consistent damage with bombs and stuff like that. He's gonna kind of do his little battleship thing where he slides along the side of the zone and shoots out mucus shots. I think this is where they want you to use like the Time War Ballista shots, which I'll grab some. Again, we have a ranged attack, so we don't really have to worry about it, but there's the Ballista shots. Looks like there's only one. I think there are gathering points though. We really don't need them. I'm just going to show this off, but you can kind of shoot at the edge here with that. There you go. We really like our bar gauge though, so I'm just going to keep going for bar gauge and trying to go for that. Again, it doesn't matter where we hit it, just so long as we are dealing damage to him. I got hit by that because I'm very bad at paying attention, but we'll do a spin here. Miss it. It's fine. Just kind of recoiling from that. Here's another mucus blast, looks like. See what he's going to do with it. Guess we were safe to just throw boomerangs there, so do a spin. Only get one hit off, but that's fine. Okay, mucus blast, we'll just get away from it. All right, here comes another laser. We'll just evade that one too. We'll go for a spin here. It will not hit though. We are getting quite a bit of bar gauge though, which is good. That's what we want to do. This is why assist cats are actually pretty decent, because they get bar gauge quite a bit, so they're actually really good for mega boomerang spam. I think they're like even stronger on the ranged attack front. I think the only issue, you get hit by bomb blot there, but the only issue is that they have pretty low defense. So you're kind of not a glass cannon, but you have very low defense. Let's just say that. See what he wants to do. We'll just kind of reposition right along with him. Oh, there's a dragon laser. Be careful. That does apply dragon blot, which I think lowers your affinity. Could be wrong here. Also, I'm just not paying attention at all. There we go. It either lowers your affinity or makes it so you are not dealing element damage. Also, he is just going crazy here. We're going to do a soothing roll and just get out of that, because I think this is the part where you're supposed to just start evading attacks. His heads are going to dig. Actually, looks like his whole body's going to dig. I think this is it. We're going to see his true nature. No, not yet. He's still hiding from us. That's fine. He's just going to dig right now. See where his heads are gonna pop out. Tentacles, heads. I'm just gonna say whatever I feel like in the moment. There we go. Say hello to the real Nakarkos. He's actually a kraken, not a or cuttlefish, I think. Either way, he's not just some weird tentacle monster. I mean, he has tentacles, but he's not a two-headed monster. He's a one-headed monster. But now that he has shown himself, the real fight begins. As you can hear, the theme music has changed. And now our easiest hit zone and the best hit zone for right now, other than the weak spot, is his head. Not his tentacles in front of his face, his head. But if you get too close to the face, number one, you'll get bone blot or mucus applied to you. Number two, you'll slowly take damage from him. For right now, we'll just keep going for this face. We have actually 5 bars of gauge. think I had Go Fight Win, which I could have used right there, but oh well. I don't mind saving quite a bit of it. Like, quite a bit of it until he gets flinched and we knock him over. But yeah, the entire time, those are just tentacles. They weren't heads, which is something I was alluding to because, you know, I can't keep secret or anything. There's the Uragon head. I guess we'll just go ahead and attack it. I'll just go back for his face again. You can damage the face. I don't think any of his weapons or armor are useful right now. It's a dragon weapon, which I think this is just going to be our best dragon weapon that we're using currently, so nothing to really worry about part break wise. It's gonna look like a tackle. Nah, he's just gonna slam all of his heads down, or his tentacles down, sorry. Either way, we'll just keep going for this face here. So what he's fixing to do, just kind of slammed his Uragon face down, so we'll go after it again. Head, tentacle, oh sorry. All right, looks like he's just gonna do that thing again, so we'll get ready for it. I was a little too close to that. Should have kind of gotten that little triangle area you can see there where there was space. We're like getting close to full bar gauge. Here comes another one. He's aiming for a cat's though. We'll do a spin on this hit or tentacle here. I'm fixing it. I'm trying to. And now if you do target the body, you will be going after his face. So now would be a good time to actually change your targeting method if you wanted to. Do a spin. We are very close to him, and if you do get hit in the mucus state, you will go into bone blot. Also, if you look at my health bar there, you can see it's pretty rapidly draining. So that's why you don't want to get too close to him right now. Just keep throwing boomerangs at him. Evade that head there, or that tentacle. Do a spin. Try and get a spin off. We didn't. We're almost at 9 bars of gauge, so once we get that, hopefully our cats will Go Fight Win. Again, it's not fun having to wait on them to do their boomerang or do their support moves, but it's the best thing we have right now. All right, here's a head slam. Didn't hit me, thankfully. There's a flinch. That's good. Wait for these heads to slam. Yeah, I just kind of didn't do anything there and got hit by it. That makes sense. Here comes another one. Getting hit again. Don't overcommit. Don't do what I'm doing here. Get stunned for it. I'm in rage mode now, so we'll get even more affinity. I think we have like incredibly high affinity. So that 60%. That's pretty good. Evade right here. I see that little laser on the left there. He's just kind of going back to neutral now. All right, we'll evade that little head slam there, or tentacle slam. Tentacle, not heads. And now we have Go Fight Win, so we can go ahead and actually start trying to deal damage here. Okay, he's digging. Try and go, he's repositioned that pretty poorly. Maybe we'll hit the head there, or not. Wait, yeah, we did, we got it, good. Go for another one. Come on, there we go. Try another one once more. Throw it at this tentacle here. Yeah, got a part break. There we go, good. And, oh, never mind. But as you can see, while he was flinched there, his mucus kind of went away. So maybe that's a little hint is what we should be doing. His tentacle's back out of the ground, so we'll try and throw another Mega Boomerang at it. And yes, we knocked him over. So that means we were doing quite a bit of damage to him. We'll get up here and try to, actually, we will not. We'll get at the right distance and go ahead and throw a Mega Boomerang at his weak spot there. It wants you to go up there and go up to it and attack it. But you can also mine that area too, so that's why you're going to be able to go up to it. Also for melee weapons. But now that he's got that, we'll get hit off of it. I was trying to get in and do a little bit more damage, but I think we did plenty. Laid off to the right here. Now he's going to go back underground. All right, he's off this way. Try and just get all of our buffs right back and applied because we've lost them. Now he's doing his super laser. Or he's fixing to do his super laser. It looks like he is. Well, he's in dragon mode right now, so his actual rage mode. See what he's fixing to do. I think it's just safe to stay right next to the face here, so we'll go for more bar gauge. There's a little tech you can do here, and I'm trying to wait for it. I've never actually done it before with a cat. Curious if we can even do it. But as you can see right now, I'm very safe next to his mouth. He can't do too much other than slam his head like that. But we're getting quite a bit of damage. This is where his head is actually a weak spot and where we actually want to go for it. Just just keep getting spins off here, doing lots of good damage. We'll get hit by that, but it didn't do too much damage. As you can see, his shell is also kind of crackling and glowing there. And I'm seeing like lightning, I'm paralyzed here, and all sorts of weird stuff going on, but we're just kind of ignoring it because we're next to the head. We'll now go in here and just go for some quick boomerangs. Just tap them, no charging. Get as much off as we can since we can't throw a mega boomerang. I mean, we can, but we want to save that gauge. There we go. We got another park break there, so we're doing something at the very least. We'll try and get in closer to him now. Actually, we'll do a soothing roll. No, never mind. He's out of his dragon state, so we'll just kind of stay in heal right now. He's going to pop out of the ground here. Yeah, he's back in his regular state, so he's not weak anymore. He's going to roar, though, and now you can see the area is glowing, so I think this is a rage mode, too. I can't keep track of them very well, but yeah, this is just a different phase of the fight, too. Here comes a slam. Just, I saw that coming from a mile away. Still saw their second boomerang, though. Through. Go for this Ergon tentacle right now. Of course, I just stand there and throw boomerangs again. Oh, wait for them to attack and then do it. I'm gonna miss out on Go Fight Win. Or not, maybe not. Maybe Benkai gets it. If Benkai gets it, then we get our second one. Yes, good. We'll be able to go for Mega Boomerangs pretty quickly here now. Alright, his heads are thrown. I think they're gonna go for a big sweep. Got hit by him. Thought I was far enough away. Was not. We'll go for one here, though. And I think we'll just spam soothing rolls right now because we just completely missed that boomerang. Good job, me. Getting very anxious. Really don't need to be. We'll go for some soothing rolls. And we'll actually apply our regular boomerangs too. We'll be able to go for one final mega boomerang after this. Go for a soothing roll. Again, since they're free, we might as well go for them. And now we'll go for a mega boomerang if we get it off. Try and lead that shot there. Maybe it'll hit. Yes, it did. And we knocked him over again. No, we did not. We broke one of his face tentacles though, so that's good. Here comes the big slam. We'll evade it this time. Do a spin, or at least try to. Nah, we got a flinch. That's fine too. And now he's really mad. Evade left here now that we're in rage mode. Cat got another part break. That's good. He's digging again, so we'll see where he's going. Ah, he's back over here. He is not in dragon state though, so we'll just wait. Now he's in dragon state. Okay, good. We'll break out of this. Alright, he's just gonna keep firing his dragon lasers right now. So we'll just get in close to him like we did last time and go for that face. Do a spin. Do another one. We'll see what he's doing. He's just kind of standing here. Get hit by the face. Again, I'm not too worried about getting hit by the face. Or I guess his little kind of hat. It's kind of a hat. Like the bill of a cap. Other way. What's he doing here? Going for it? No, he is not. I'm waiting for his big super attack. Yes, he has one. But he's not really wanting to do it right now. He's just rather doing his little face slam there, which I can telegraph. It's just whether or not I'm throwing boomerangs. Alright, he's going to knock me out of the way here, but I can get in a better spot. Come on, bud, do it. There it is. Okay, so if you are a hunter there, you can throw a trank bomb while he is charging that laser there. I did not know if cats could do it or not. They can't because they can't just throw trank bombs willy-nilly. So now you know if you're a hunter you can do it. If you're a cat you cannot. Go ahead and get some heals off because we really need to heal. We're like very low on health and we have no acorns left. So next time you just soothing roll through it and you'll be fine. And we have plenty of bar gauge left for our boomerang buff, so we'll go ahead and do that. But there's the laser from a far distance. And I think you get a knockdown. Tried to evade into that just in case it kept going. But I think you get a knockdown if you do throw a trank bomb into it. If not, it might just be a flinch too. It's like he's going back underground. We'll see where he's going to go. It's like back to the middle. Maybe? Yeah. Alright, what's he going to do next? We're hitting the 20-minute mark. It's like another big laser. Or not. Just good old regular attacks. And there we go. He's down. It's actually a pretty quick hunt for our first Nakarkos. I think that's around 12,000 health. So just showing how strong those mega boomerangs are, even though we didn't use them very much. Either way, we have defeated Nakarkos, and now we get to see what his little den looks like without all the bones around it. And I'll go ahead and carve him up. He is a very large monster, so we get a bunch of carves off of him. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you get 6 carves off of him, so 3 more than regular, so double a regular monster. I don't think you can carve the tentacles, so that's a thing, but yeah. There we go. There's Nakarkos, our final boss. Alright, this is just a little extra video you would get after beating Lavinus, other than the other extra video. You could tell that it was supposed to be a 3DS game, just other screens. But yeah, none of these videos actually play in Generations Ultimate, which I think is a little sad. I think they could have at least played them once you beat Lavinus and made the journey feel a little bit longer, a little bit more important. But I guess that's how it is. This is usually credit, so you would have word scrolling by it, but they just kind of removed it in Generations Ultimate. Either way, this marks the end. I played it here because this kind of marks the end of Generations content. Other than the Deviants, which I will go over, and I will go over before we go into G rank and high rank village. That's pretty much it. You would be clearing out your Nakarkos urgent here and going into post game. So your high ranked Elder Dragons and stuff like that. You would cap out at 7-star, of course, but you would go into the harder challenges. Wouldn't be any more story or anything like that. Now, as for Deviants, the plan for them is I'm just going to cover the cross version. I'll still record the grinding up to the cross version, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll see. But pretty much there are levels, and you get like special... You'll see. It's going to take a while to explain. But I will record the actual grind up to them and put them on my second channel. I do have a second channel. It has just kind of long VODs, unedited stuff, sometimes edited, just very minimally edited. But that's more for stuff that I want to record and put out, but I don't really want to be on the main channel. But I'm going to go ahead and record the grinds for those and put them on the second channel, and then just have the cross version as its own video. I think there are, I don't think 15, I think 11. Might be more than that. In fact, let me check real quick. There are 12 Deviants in Generations. So that means just for our little high rank adventure here, we're having to clear 120 quests of Deviant stuff. And you'll see that they share the same thing, so that's going to be fun to have to go through. But we'll still go through it. It will give out some of the best weapons, but don't worry. Even in G rank, some of our weapons that we have now will be fine until we unlock the G rank versions, which will outclass the Deviant versions. I think you'll have to get like into G2 for that, but it'll be fine. Again, your damage won't be too lacking that way. But after this, our main goals are pretty much just trying to level up our cats and get them up to a state where they have their pretty much full set of skills. I don't think they nerfed what we gain, they just nerfed our stats. Going from Generations to Generations Ultimate. Generations, you had a level cap of 50. Generations Ultimate, you have a level cap of 99. But your stats at level 50 are not the same through both games. Your stats at level 99 are about the same as the stats in level 50 in Generations. So, not great. Not really sure why they had to do that, but they did it anyways. But again, I don't think it changes what you unlock so far as support skills and stuff like that. You get your new skills, which you get from Generations Ultimate monsters, but you can also fight some of those in high rank and unlock them pretty quickly there. We haven't fainted so far yet, which is nice. It's definitely the whole point of playing through the game like this. It's just kind of a casual, fun time. Don't have to worry about dying too much as long as you're not too careless. Your defense is pretty decent. You have those 2 revives per faint to kind of keep you alive there. I'm trying to remember. I don't really know what the most difficult monster was. I definitely lost both acorns a bunch of times, but I never at any point fainted, so yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like Shagaru wasn't an issue. Maybe Devil Joe wasn't even a problem. I'm sure certainly our longest hunt was the hunt with the Devil Joe and Sergio, since they were both full health monsters and one was an intruder. But yeah, it really didn't go too bad. Again, Prowler just has that easy matchup. Now, when we do get into Deviants, we will start having issues because they're kind of supposed to be hard. But as of right now, we're fine. Hub is really just scaled for 2 people, and we can handle that at this point, so we're pretty good. Now, you certainly do not have to take the path I did. I did kind of take the harder path. I think the hardest path would be just going straight through Hub. But I did take a harder path than just going through low rank village and then high rank village. Because then you would already have high rank weapons, and low high rank, the lower parts of high rank, would be a lot easier. And I mean, you would be pretty much kitted out for the entirety of high rank until you get to the deviants. Deviants are not monsters that are in village at all. You also have hyper monsters, and I don't think, aside from maybe one special quest at the very end of the game that you have to like complete every single other quest for, there are hyper monsters in village. Hyper monsters we haven't ran into yet. I might go over them. We'll for sure have to go over them in G rank, but for now I think we're fine. I don't think there's any in key quests. But originally when I started out here, I was planning on just only doing key quests, but I kind of wanted to, explore some of the other stuff and actually show off that. Since Prowler isn't really having any issues, I thought might as well go over that. Definitely think some of the hurdles that are coming up are the urgent quests. You have definitely the urgent for G3 is going to be difficult. Just due to it being kind of a siege monster. You'll understand when we see, but that's a while away. Either way, we are nearing the end of this little video here, and I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely had a lot of fun with it. There were some points where I was dragging, but it's more my fault. I apologize for that. Definitely had lower energy. Also, I guess I want to comment on the editing style. Originally, this was just going to be almost completely unedited and all that. I also started adding, can't even speak, but I started adding in more edits and eventually started cutting out loading zones and then cutting out travel and all that. And then slowly, I think over the last few episodes where we started to retread old ground, I actually started to add in like cuts to the entire fight, because I think that's just going to be more interesting overall. If you don't like that, please let me know and I can change that. But for right now, I'm just trying to work on the editing and make it a little bit more interesting to watch the whole thing, especially since some of these monsters we have already fought plenty of times before and we already know the movesets of them. And I kind of hope to give a highlight of it, but not just completely overstay my welcome. Either way, we're at the end here, so I hope you enjoyed. Once again, please consider leaving a comment below and consider subscribing. Until next time, bye.